Hello, good evening one and all to what is the third round. Third round? I believe it's the third round. I should really check. Yes, round 3 of the oNiD Ultimate Team Endurance Championship here at South Africa. It is Kyalami. We've been here quite frequently the past few weeks, and again we visit it here again today. We've been here for the Cup Sprint Series, and now we have a nice long race of 1.5 hours in the GT3 cars. Alongside me in the comms box, welcome back, Mr. Thomas Tosland. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Just looking forward to seeing some lovely GT3s go around Kyalami. And it should be very interesting. Yeah, again, a very twisty circuit. Not too many overtaking opportunities. So our drivers are really going to have to be driving their best. So yeah, let's ready to get going.
Wonderful stuff. Loving it already, as we already saw a few moments ago. A train forming at cheetah of cars trying to get to the track. And what is incredible, CPT_danger is now following. Thank you very much, good sir. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the race this evening. You're going to be in for a action-packed Sunday night to round off your weekend. We've just started qualifying, 16 and a half minutes to go. We do have a couple of people currently starting there on their fast laps. I do believe the first person to settle the lap will be this man here, Mr. Ben P himself. Potential. Oh no, Ashley Coopland up ahead of him. I think he's actually on a lap as well. We'll keep an eye on that. But these guys will be the first cars to come across the line. They'll give us a good indication as to who and where the times are going to be. Oh, I stand corrected. The Silver was the first time across the line, then followed by Matt Holman in the Aston. So 1:41 as Jurgis comes across the line in car 54 in the Porsche is the current benchmark, and we'll wait for these guys to come around the corners. See, the queue has now disappeared, thank God. And we'll be hopefully able to see these cars go round the track.
Oh,
yeah. Well,
Karen just skipping across the grass a bit.
Turn into a glorified lawnmower.
Luckily, we've moved away from the MSV venue, so Julian Palmer will be fine about his grass.
Indeed. As then P comes across the line, does slower lap 1:43, as we are now seeing times fall into the 140s, 140.9 for Fred Olsen Forsberg. I hope I said that right. Hello everyone, good evening to all Extreme Beef, Botfly_08. Thank you for dropping by, it's lovely to see you guys. As we are underway in the qualifying quarter of an hour to go. Wouldn't be right without also shooting the shout out to JCL_R63 who did give us a follow just minutes before we went live. So thank you for that follow as well.
Oh, as you see the Audi just going off, looks like it's going to reset yet.
Indeed. Next, I said in the Intel booth, it's funny catch a stream. Fantastic stuff. Thank you, CPT_danger. No, we're there. I was very tempted to go, not living nearby, but sadly not. And Phoenix SimRacing, hi, Cami is not here at the moment, not on this video, but there's unless I'm missing something. Anyway, yeah, I haven't heard from Cami for a while, but bless him. That's lovely to see. I'll give him a shout out. Yeah, with 14 minutes to go, we'll see if anyone can improve. I'm loving this last season with QRT.
They're currently second in the Silver Championship, so we'll be second in this qualifying session at the moment, so in a decent spot.
No, absolutely. Second in class. Got another six tenths to pole, but another 3 tenths, or exactly 3 tenths to Jungan, the Ferrari driver, who is currently sitting in pole in the silvers. No improvement from the top pole sitter as it stands. Still 140.9 is the time to beat. As I say this, Jurgis in the P3 position is currently going purple. As you see Jurgis go through Cheetah, avoiding the curb on the inside, down the gears on the brakes into the final turn. This could be a new fastest lap.
Yeah, right on the limit into that final corner.
And it is only just by 0.062 of a second. CPT Danger says, oh, that's rough. Managed to get the second fastest lap of the day on Friday at the I7 stand. I've had first robbed from me in the last minute of the day.
Oh.
That is rough. Very rough.
Extremely.
I didn't ask what the gap was between you and first, but
it's just absolutely gutting you when something like that happens.
You think you set, and then suddenly, ta-da, not anymore. But thank you for dropping by anyway, despite you being pipped to the pole on what was it? It was Insomnia? NEC? I can't quite remember. But yeah, I know there was a gaming festival. I should know what it's called. That's awful of me. Oh, 0.3 of a second. It was that close. No.
Oh.
That is gutting. Absolutely horribly gutting. Insomnia. Yeah, I thought it was. Well, thank you for confirming. And not making me look like an absolute muppet. Right, let's see what's happening. No change at the top. Oh, there is a change at the top. Watson.
Yes, Watson's now fastest in the Ferrari.
And he's going back out for another crack at it. And it is the Paul Simpson sport driver as well. That's absolutely insane. Good time from him. And we have a subscription. Thank you, CPT Danger, using some of Jeff Bezos' money with a Prime subscription. Thank you very much, Mr.
We do know from the Racing Stronger Intercontinental GT3 Challenge last Monday that the Ferraris do go quick around here, with them taking a 1-2 in the race, and then Miles Dixon in the coming second in qualifying. So the Ferrari is a very competitive car around this Kyalami circuit.
Yes, indeed. So we'll keep an eye on that. Who else is on a lap at the minute? Ian Hall potentially improving. you know what, we've given a lot of attention to the top guys. Let's go drop down the order a little bit and drop in with P18. Current leader of the AM class is Noel Deutsch. Dodge? Goodness gracious me, these names. How dare oNiD entrust a dyslexic person to try and pronounce names. God help them. Anyway, as you see the Porsche go through Cheetah on the brakes into the final turn. And then getting split down up the gears. Might be an improvement from him by about a couple of tenths. Good enough for 14th.
I mean, and extends his lead in the pole position of the class. So, yes, going to perfect session so far for them with just over 9 minutes to go.
I do stand corrected though. I'm ever so sorry folks, that was the second place in class, the leader of class.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Is the BMW, who's completely gone back to pits as we jump to him. Is Gia Axlan. Oh god. Dear freaking god. How in the world do I even attempt to pronounce some of these names? It's insane. Anyway, he'll go back out and currently the leader of the AMS by about just over half a second. Yeah, just about.
Yeah, very good margin.
Can be found around here though. It's a very complex, tight and twisty track with time to be found in multiple places. So we'll see if he can hold that AMS lead.
There's a bit of jumble of cars just coming out the pit lane now.
Yes, indeed. We've only got about 8 and a bit minutes to go.
Circuit getting a little bit crowded now as everyone's really trying to find some space to set a lap time that could maybe put them on pole position.
Quite possibly. Speaking of pole, Wolfsburg 140.3 is now the time to beat. So that's going to be interesting. We have seen dominance from a lot of pole sim sport as of recently, but they don't seem to be on it today so far. They are second and third as it stands. This Audi driver of Fred Olsen Forsberg might have the upper hand on them.
I mean, Red Bull Racing did take the pole position last time out at Owen Park, and I think the Audi is an extremely strong car around this circuit, so I think they really are the favourites probably today to take pole position, and I will expect them to have a really strong race.
Likewise, as Fred does come across the line, his last lap wasn't an improvement, but we'll definitely keep an eye on that. But let's see what you guys think who will be on pole. There's hopefully a prediction come up on your Twitch chat. There is indeed. You can use your points to have a vote. Can Pole SimSport take pole within this qualifying session? Let us know your thoughts. Let's have a think. Get your votes in next 5 minutes and get some bonus points for your Twitch channel.
Is the Audi improving? Because he looks right on the Forsberg looks right on the limit of the circuit. He's on literally the edge of the curbing around nearly every single corner as he goes through the S's now. So my question is he improving?
Could be. Looking at the timings, nothing's showing up on my screen so far. He actually just might be matching his time. He hasn't got a delta. His lap is still valid, but he's going to get traffic though, and there's a couple of cars ahead of him that suitably get out of the way.
Oh yes, we've got some couple on his inside as he comes through the crocodiles.
Last corner, here we go.
Right on the limit this Audi is. Let's see, will he improve as he heads towards the line?
Does not, sadly. Another 141. Let's see where another team that's also into contention potentially is the Dutch endurance team of Jerome Jongen, who's up there. He's actually officially a silver car driver, second in class, 5th overall, but I wouldn't count him out of potentially stirring the pot up a little bit within the the top 5 really. So we'll see how he gets on.
I think as well, going back to the RacingStronger.com Intercontinental GT3 Challenge, Van took the pole position for that race, but he was in a Lamborghini. Today he's in a McLaren, so I think he's another one to really be looking out for in this race.
Oh, absolutely. What's Ian Hall doing? Team QRT is on a lap. Jungle wasn't improving, sadly, so we'll jump away from him. Ian Hall, 0.3 of a second, improving his current delta as he goes through the fast right-hander in the second sector. Does look to be on the list. This Aston was a quite a quick car to drive not so long ago before the 1.9 update took hold of the game, but don't really see it all too often now. But it's nice to see it back up into P4 at this point. There's Matt Holman in P7 also driving the same Aston, so we've been well represented in the top 10.
Yeah. We've currently got 4 entered for the series at the moment, so yeah, not really one of our people's favourites cars, but obviously running very well here at Kyalami.
We'll see, as sadly, I say Matt Hellman was improving. He has just validated his lap by going wide off track limits, so that's not going to be an improvement for him. He will, however, be able to start another lap straight away.
But he is still top of his class in 4th position overall, so with 3 minutes to go, maybe not too much pressure, but yeah, definitely will want to be improving.
Indeed. As it stands, Watson repulsing sport and not improving. Is on a lap, and he will have traffic coming up, very annoyingly. Blue flags will be waved for these guys, so I know he's coming, and he has a massive slide, and that is... he might be able to get one more lap in if he goes out like now. Cucumber, yes, the liveries did get synced, thank you very much.
and he has headed straight back out, so gonna give it one more go. But even if he doesn't improve, 2nd position, not the worst place to start for a 1 hour 30-minute race. A lot can happen in that time period, so even if he doesn't improve on this lap, he's still in a decent position to start this race if nothing changes up the front.
Well, everyone voting so far, no one said that since what could take the pole. I think the Audi's going to take it and run for the hills with its dominant performance around here, and potentially Audi the better car than the Ferrari has been. So we'll keep an eye on that for sure. But who else is on a lap of improving potentially? Danny Van has dropped a couple of positions since we last saw him, but he'll then go across the line and see if he can improve on this lap. He doesn't, sadly not. The next person that could improve actually is Ian Hall. As he comes up to the line, has a car in front of him, he might have slowed down a little bit. Comes across the line, does a 140.825, which is an improvement, up to 3rd.
Very well done. Aston Martin obviously running very well around Kyalami.
Yep, absolutely. As we just see what's going on with Watson, he's got a bit of traffic now. Ooh, that's a little nudge from the Ferrari driver. As we just jump to him, he goes through Cheetah. He'll want to try and find a gap in a minute, and indeed he does. He'll start a lap, so we'll keep an eye. Oh, he goes very wide on entry. Really pushing it, trying to get the best start to his lap as he possibly can. It hasn't invalidated it, so he's alright. So that lap will be valid. Goes through the first sector. Let's tell you what. Let's have a bit of onboard action. That's not the right car. There we go. That is the right car. Jordan Watson in the Ferrari. That's an even better camera view to see how he's getting on. Not improving so far, sadly. as he goes through that first left-hand hill. He'll then go downhill and uphill again like a roller coaster. And he keeps it on track. Meanwhile, oh! That was a massive moment. What happened there?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it just comes out of nowhere. It just kind of understeers to the right side of the circuit. It really kind of was, just as you said, it was really kind of out of nowhere. It kind of just snapped towards the right-hand wall.
No idea what happened there at all. We will. What car number? He's car 52. Let's try and get a quick replay as this qualifying session. He goes up the hill. It just snapped to the right out of nowhere. What?
Yeah, just maybe some steering wheel issues. Maybe, I don't know, someone made him jump in real life. It's just, yes, really kind of just a really odd snap to the right of the circuit.
Very random. Well, Forsberg, I think, is going to be our pole sitter. No one else I can see is improving in the purple sector to challenge that time. Shahibi is on a lap, so is Axelen. I will say that right, I'm so sorry. And Ortoglen also on laps. And we're just going to wait for these guys to finish up. No one really improving, sadly, so Forsberg looks to be our pole sitter.
Second pole of the season and 2 in the row after Alton Park. So obviously a very quick Audi, but he didn't convert it to a win in Alton Park. So can he do it today in Kyalami?
Well, Shahibi goes to the pits. Just wait for Ortoglen to finish his lap. He comes across the line. And indeed he does finish his lap. And I believe, who else is on our lap? Thorpe is on a lap as well, but he's come across the line. Only other driver, I think, we're just waiting for Aidan Oak to come across the line. He is up on his time, actually, just being an improvement by about 1 second. Gets him up to 29th position. Good luck from him.
So there we go. That's the end of qualifying and a very interesting session and a lot of quick drivers. And, well, the class battles are very, very mixed together. So we're going to be in for, I think, a very interesting race here in Kyalami.
Indeed we are. Let's jump back to your starting grid for this race. And indeed, the predictions do say that indeed Pole Sim Sport did not make it in pole. And we are going to give...
Could I just ask a question as well? Is the hashtag 255 car here of Low Fuel Motorsport?
We'll go up and down and have a look.
Because they are, I believe, currently joint first position in the pro class of the standing. So if they're not here, that's going to give the 52 Pole Sim Sports car I'd say a good chance of leaving this weekend, well, not this weekend, today's race with the championship lead.
Indeed, we'll have a look as we go up and down the grid. Forsberg in the Audi is your pole sitter, Miles Dixon in second, Austin third. In the other Pole Sim Sport car, Ferrari there, and P3. P4 and P1 for Silver Class is Ian Hall. Marcus Hagel in P5 with Ricardo Meekin P6. Danny Van Oom P7. Matt Holman P8. Alex Shahabi P9. Daniel Lindblom P10. Nick Cooper P1 in the AMS in that BMW is 11th on the grid. Followed by Paul Cumber in 12th, Richard Page 13th, with Elvin Bloomquist, your not pole sitter for Silver, Silver was Ian Hall, I do apologise, but just 14th overall there for Bloomquist. Dexter Cray 15th, with Reynal Reza 16th, Ollie Knowles 17th, Andrew Hearn is 18th, Daniel Tomlinson 19th, Stedon Tutt 20th, Zach Silver 21st, Marco L 22nd, Roy Burns 23rd, Dave Zalecki 24th, Nick Manders 25th, Luke Sherlock 26th, Toby Lowen 27th, Johnny Ashley 28th, Ralph Fest 29th, 30th is Rob Semenska, and 31st on the back row of the grid is Samuel Page. 32nd is Chris Crook in the Lamborghini, as I do believe we are now starting the formation lap. Before we
may I just quickly ask, may you give me the stream? Sorry, on Discord.
Oh, did it close itself for some reason?
Yes.
I don't know why. That would help you to see what I'm streaming, wouldn't it, Tom? Yes.
Yes.
Backroom technical glitches, guys. It's all good. Nothing unusual.
There we go. No, nothing to see. Move along.
Nothing to see. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. So let's have a gander and see how these guys get on. Trying to multitask as well, which is never ideal. So we just wait for these guys to finish their formation lap down for a 1.5 hour race. One enforced pit stop, and we do have a driver change as well. So we'll see the names switch around a little bit as we go into the evening. I do believe we have it is a team event, so I do believe we have a driver swap. So we'll see the second drivers also have a crack at having a bit of a race stint within this 90-minute race. And morning from Adelaide. Wow. Good morning to you, say. It is currently 8:15 PM UK time. So, yeah, you're definitely seeing the sun whilst we've already had it. So, yeah, because, that's how day and night works. Anyway.
Very sunny here in Kyalami as we just come up the hill now. So, I think the interesting bit is really how are both of our Pulse Sim Sports cars going to deal with the start? Are they going to try and stay in formation, try and hold position off the start to try and give the car ahead, which I believe is the 52, a better opportunity of attacking the Audi, or are they going to be all out war into turn one as they just fight to see whoever gets the better position?
Only time will tell. We will see how things go within the first 90 minutes.
And I think the other big question is, can Forsberg hold on to the race win this time? He couldn't do it in Alton Park. Can he do it today at Kyalami? Maybe he'll have some different fortunes as we go through the crocodiles now. So we're only moments away from getting this round underway.
I'm glad you know all the names, I certainly don't. Crocodile cheese, that's all I know. It's just that turn, left-hander and right-hander. Anyway.
Fair enough.
God, I'm awful. So they are going to form side by side as they go into the last turn. And we will wait to see if any calamities do happen in the first turn. We certainly hope not. Time will tell as they all come to the start finish rate. They'll see the green flag be waved any moment now. And we're away. It's green flag for 90 minutes of round 3 at Kyalami. Audi gets away well. Already cuts across the nose of the Ferrari up ahead. Pulse Sim Sport already on a defensive in the background. As they all go into turn 1. Always 4 abreast in the midfield.
All 3 wide is the QTI Aston Martins on the outside of the 53 Pulse Sim Sport Ferrari. I think he's been pushed off the circuit, and that may see him lose out to, I believe that is the 8 Mercedes, which has made up a handful of positions off the start.
All clean so far. It's Audi, Ferrari, then Porsche as we get going into the first lap. Nothing horrible happening as of yet, I don't think. We may have had a collision a bit further down the order, the car 9 dropping down the order. Watson
really seems to be right on the tailcoats of Forsberg as we head up the hill now. This is really the Ferrari is challenging. Does he look to the inside into here? No, he stays behind for now. A very long race. Doesn't have to do anything yet, but he is right up behind that Audi. Forsberg needs to try and create a gap, otherwise that Ferrari may be through on the main start-finish straight using that slipstream.
Alex Shahidi dropping from 4th down to 10th as it had been instant in the backpack over.
And Blomqvist dropped a couple of positions there, now down in 14th in the 420 Aston Martin.
Indeed he is, and they continue to battle Renault, Rezo and Bloomquist as the leaders do keep it on track for the first lap, and the top two already putting a gap between themselves in third place with about 1 second.
And can Watson apply some pressure now into turn 1 in the 52 Ferrari? I think maybe he's a bit too far back to try anything. Will he die at the last second? No, the Audi has held on down the start finish straight as we head into turn 3, but it is extremely close at the moment as the race goes on, with after lap 1 Watson with the fastest lap, but obviously still a lot can change.
Being noted that there have been some incidents in the first lap that we sadly missed, potentially car 44 and 17 having an incident on the first corner in the back of the midfield, maybe just a bit of door banging, but I believe they are still running and going. We do have a couple of pit stops, Ryan Davis and Gia Axlen in the pits already.
Not a way you really want to start a 1 hour 30-minute race. So as we follow the Audi still, I think Forsberg is slowly etching away from Watson in the Ferrari now, in the Pool Sport Ferrari. So I feel like he needs to try and find a rhythm, extend it a bit more, this gap, and I think Forsberg should be in control of this race once he's done that.
Battle a bit further down the order. Look at these guys, still pretty much in the train in the midfield. We're following Daniel Tomlinson in 18th. He's got 17th, 16th and 50th ahead of him, and all still single file. Another group of cars further ahead of him still.
And what I was going to say, I point out, I think we've had I know we've had the fighting and a bit of some issues at the back of some car pitting, but I think it's been a lot cleaner so far, touch wood, than it was at Alton Park. So hopefully a lot of good races for everyone up and down the order.
Battle here for 20 seconds as the McLaren is fighting away with the Porsche. I think the Porsche's got better from straight line speed, but in the background the Audi's going to try and make it a three-way battle into turn 1. Who's going to win out of this? The Audi up the inside, car 21 of Zach Silver makes the move work.
Very nicely done, just enough room to fit that Audi up the inside as the McLaren kind of still sits with him, but he's run a bit wide, and that may let I think that's the free McLaren of Oak have a look maybe into Sunset Corner here. No, he's just going to stay behind, but we go into the club, I think it's Club Bend this next corner, so will Oak have a look? No, he stays there. He is currently third in his class, so doesn't necessarily need to pressure as we have a car off.
That was... who was that going off?
It was a camo, bright blue and dark blue car.
Van
Oom. Oh, our pole sitter from the Racing Stronger series. I was expecting him to run quite strongly here, but now he's really, this is going to be a comeback drive from the 423 McLaren as he really needs to make his way up through the field. But still 1 hour 25 minutes to go in this race. He has a lot of time to do so, and really he needs to recover as fast as he can.
Let's see what happened with Danny Van Oom as we just quickly jump to a replay. Look to be fighting away here with that was car 08. Can't quite remember who that is. So let's go wide and get some of the brakes. So we got tapped from behind. And there's contact was made.
And then in the middle of the pack as well.
Yeah.
Deary me. Luckily, I don't think he got collected again. So as we follow him on board now, luckily he hasn't fell right to the back of the field. It is in 30th position. But yeah, definitely now really it's a comeback drive for him.
Absolutely. Let's jump back up the field a little bit. Ian Hall, or Jurgis Hall, Jongan and Lindblom for what is 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Now in their little train of a battle. We actually do have a yellow flag. Son Angel sadly dropping down the order. If I can get at him, there we go. Again, potentially getting involved in a little kerfuffle there. What did have to defend from Zach Silver earlier on, so maybe he's getting a bit of a bad to worse situation for him, sadly.
Yes, only down in 27th though. But he is one of our pro competitors, so not really a place you want to be, as he kind of has a little bit maybe of understeer through the S's there, as we come on board with Shabi in the 8 Mercedes. He goes to the inside at the Crocodiles, or as the Aston Martin sweeps across, maybe a little bit of a nudge at the rear end from the Mercedes, as he just wasn't able to get through. But this is a very close battle for 8th position as we come through Cheetah now. Oh, maybe a bit of understeer then for Shabi as we come into the final corner, as he maybe a bit too late on the brakes then together, but he's kind of a bit tighter on exit. I don't think he's got the momentum though to really challenge the Aston into turn 1, so I feel like he's going to have to wait a bit longer into the lap to try and find his way past the Aston Martin of Holman.
Indeed, he does stay put for now, and potentially gathering his thoughts and his wits about himself, and he'll try and make another attempt later on. I'm going to jump back up to the QRT driver of Ian Hall, who's right on the tail of the Pulse Sim Sport driver of Jurglis.
He is right and truly there, but I don't think he's not going to be close enough into here. But yes, no, that he is definitely applying that pressure on that Porsche now as we come up to the S's. Not really a section you can overtake him, but maybe as he comes up the hill into the Le Comp, maybe that could be a chance for him, but I think maybe he's a bit far back, as now Jürgen in the 79 Ferrari is also very close as well. So he's got to be thinking about attack and defense, while
three of the mainly biggest teams within this series, Pulse Sim Sport, QRT and Dutch Endurance Team, all having about to start battling away for the same position. 15-second penalty for Page, car 78, Richard Page. No idea what that would be for. Potential
the blurred vision racing car.
Yeah, potentially a bit of an earlier incident. Oh, did he tap around? He tapped around a car, didn't he, that we replayed potentially?
Yes, he was. I believe that was Van Oom. He kind of had a little of a tap into the back of, which spun Van Oom into the middle of the pack at Clubhouse Bend. I mean, so yes, as I said, and I've been saying a lot at the start of this race, not ideal. As now I believe we're on board with the second placing car and in class and the pole position man, Deutsch in the Porsche. So Deutsch is second in the AMS. Tomlinson between him and Alan is a pro driver, and Alan up ahead of him is the current leader of the AM class. So we are seeing a battle potentially gets underway between these guys. They have been kind of following each other for a very long while. But bear in mind, even though they are separate classes within the series, it's all the same position, so no inter-rivalries of classes where everyone's fighting for the same position. It's just another way of differentiating the different classes, but in terms of positions, they don't have to give way to each other. It's all part of the same standings. As we come up to Le Comp now.
Still staying put. I think this might be a bit more of a wise move, really. I don't think no one's attacking now, knowing that they've got another 80 minutes left of the race and one pit stop to make.
And the leader, Alan, in the other Porsche in the AM class, is only the car ahead of the Haribo Racing McLaren, so he doesn't necessarily need to get past the McLaren. The McLaren may even though the McLaren, who is a pro car, may even give that second place down.
Apologies to interrupt. Car off in the background. Neat Commanders. Massive off at Cheetah.
Oh, and is that Van Oom as well off? Already trying to come back through the field.
Let's get a replay of that, because he went off at Cheetah in the background as we were spectating that Haribo McLaren. I think some chaos ensued shortly after.
Oh my. So as we follow him through the Crocodiles up to Cheetah here,
get
he
some
takes
sausage.
too much the curb. Yes, the sausage curb launches him into the gravel, and then he's just stuck in the middle of the pack, and the McLaren in avoidance into the inside tyre wall.
Oh, that's never nice to see, and I do fear the other cars that were involved in that were just passengers, nowhere to go, and just came up to the car sitting on the racing line.
I mean, it's a very tight corner, and it is very easy to go off there. And as soon as someone's off there, it's likelihood they are going to be in the middle of the circuit. So it is really just praying and hoping you can get past them.
Absolutely. Well, these guys will continue to fight, and no doubt will make their way back up the field. Still another 77 minutes left. 78, should I say.
As we still follow Manders here, kind of just trying to regain some pace after that mistake, just riding too much over the sausage curb at Cheetah.
Absolutely. Right, what's happening up ahead? There's a massive gap now between Forsberg and Watson, 2.5 seconds. So the leader is now pulling out a bit of a gap now to P2.
It's definitely what they want. Still mandatory stop to go in this race, but at the moment it's all looking good for Red Bull Racing.
Absolutely. As we see, what's happening with the best of the rest fight? let's put it like that.
The thing is that Hall does, in the QTR car, does have to be careful here with the Pulstim Sport Porsche up ahead, because do you want to be too aggressive on the overtake, considering he is the class leader, but then you've got the other car of Jogan in the 79 Ferrari, second in class, just up behind him. So really, how it's going to be interesting how he plays this.
It will be indeed, and yeah, you've got to think. You've got to have eyes in front of you, and you're always told just keep looking forward, don't ever look back. But easier said than done.
Yes.
Especially,
racing, you've got to have some eyes in the front of your head and some eyes in the back of your head. It's just, you need to be looking everywhere all at once.
Especially with the car behind you being a high-vis traffic cone on wheels. Anyway.
Yes.
Oh, they're going to have me for that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Dutch Endurance Team. I'm sorry. 5-second penalty for 55, though.
At least you know where they are at all times, I suppose.
Absolutely. But a 5-second penalty for Ben P, as he is now really caught up in the battle with Alan. Oh no, he's made a pass on Alan, I do believe.
No. And we have some. I'm not sure if we spoke. Actually, sorry, I'll let you.
No, not at all. Carry on.
I was going to say, well, we've got a battle going on here. I didn't want to interrupt. Right, we've got Alan we're going to the outside on the switchback now into turn 3, but the McLaren, of Ben P, the 55, seems to have held him off as the Porsche runs a little bit wide across the grass, and that's going to lost him a lot of momentum, letting the Haribo racing car of Tomlinson maybe sweep around the outside into Sunset here, which he has done perfectly, but that hasn't helped our pole sitter of Deutsch, who probably wanted the Haribo car to help him past Alan. So now we see a class lead fight in the AM class, and that Porsche really wants to get past, weaving all over the circuit.
And also massive thanks to Not So Dangerous Dan for the follow on Twitch. You've joined us at a good time. You are now following a brewing battle for the AM class, Porsche versus Porsche, and we'll see what happens there.
And a bit of a tighter line there from Deutsch in the other Porsche as we come down the hill now into the sweeping left-hander. Now into the crocodiles. I don't think. Oh, does he look to the inside? No. Oh, and it doesn't seem like it was a great line either, as he's fell back a bit now. Maybe 1 car length between them. So I don't think there'll be a chance for Deutsch down the main start-finish straight into turn 1. But actually saying that, under braking, Alan seems to be maybe a little bit twitchy under braking and didn't get the best corner, so that has closed the other Porsche right back in.
As indeed. Spunk I4, thank you for the follow as well. Much appreciated. Thank you for support. Get involved, come and say hi, come and join Discord, get and see what's going on, get involved, come and pester us, it'll be a pleasure to have you. As this lead, but it's still going on now.
It's very interesting as well how they both seem to have very different lines around this Kyalami circuit, and it seems to benefit each of them in different areas of the circuit. So it's kind of keeping the gap around a car lengths between them at the moment.
Yes, indeed, and we will keep an eye on this battle. We'll jump back further up the field though. It's back with Shahibi after being caught up in a little bit of a incident earlier. One of the spinning car he was able to avoid. So covered up to 9th. It's doing yellow flags though. Zach Silver. It's the lead battle for the Avs. Deutsch, Allen and Silver all showing as yellow flags. There's been an incident.
And now he's up the inside at the S's. Now as we go into Le Comp. And then the McLaren's up the inside of them, and there's cars everywhere here. It's about, I'm losing track of where everyone is. It's just absolute pandemonium as the McLaren now goes up the inside of Deutsch. And it's really just all out war just coming into the speeding left-hander as the Porsche of Nate Allen is going very slowly. Has he got damage? Our former race leader, could this be it for him? As we've got some battle going on behind with Ferrari. They were 3 wide. That's pushed one of the Porsches behind wide as well. Wow, it's all going on. It's absolutely just, there's stuff going on everywhere.
The guys behind him still trying to get past him, but Porsche behind him.
We've got to go backwards. It's Mercedes in the middle back.
That's Lowen.
And that's one of the BMWs just collected him. Is that Axon?
Potentially that was, Axon. I can't remember there. Axon, what you said. Let's get a replay of that incident between the AM leaders. We'll see what happened. It's 1 from 4. I lost it.
And he's in the middle of the pack, and that's the other leader hit him, and Audi hits him. It's Skittles in the middle of the circuit. Oh my goodness.
Big boink indeed, and sadly that was just a mistake really, and Zach Silver really,
a very costly one, and it completely changes the whole class. Now we have Zach Silver in the lead in the 21 Audi, followed by Deutsch, who has stayed out even after that heavy contact with Nate Allen. And then we go down to Schumacher in the Ferrari. Is that the 85 car I read there?
Schumacher, an 83 car.
83, sorry.
Yep. So the Wynars Motorsports car, which is in P3 of class so far. Good showing from Rob, considering that he always uses a controller.
Oh wow!
We're not going to judge.
Extremely impressive.
We don't judge. We just make quiet assumptions. Don't worry. And no, that's still very harsh of me. I'm sorry. It's alright. Basically, because I'm from the Wynars Motorsport gang, they'll let me get away with saying stuff like that.
Okay, you get a freebie card.
I do. It's fine. And Hinokchi 77 again. Thank you for the follows, guys. It's so much appreciated. We absolutely love bringing this for you, and it's wonderful to have everyone supporting. Dead Tobal as well. They're coming thick and fast. Thank you so much, guys. CPT Danger, when the 111 took over 114, only narrow made past before. Yeah, pretty much. That's a move up the inside of Samanska.
Yes.
That's Manders. Turn 1.
I think we were both looking at the Twitch chat there.
We were. I was like, that's a battle.
I mean, it's just all going on with just kind of all of a sudden, everyone is fighting for every inch of position. It's just incredible racing at the moment.
It is indeed, as Samanska holds the position, might be a bit disgruntled by the contact that was made in the apex, but still going, holding position.
As we see action with a little front end damage from making contact with the Audi on the straight. Doesn't seem to be affecting him too much though, as this is a very close battle. As he runs a little bit over the grass there, maybe that's not going to be great for the tyres up here as he kind of looks to the outside, little sweep, maybe going for the tyre line as Schumacher goes a bit wide, and the BMW, I thought he was a little bit up the inside there, but he just hadn't made it up the inside as we go into the speeding left-hander. Look how close they are. There's I don't even know, a T-table between them as the BMW goes to the outside, maybe goes for the switch back out of the Crocodiles as we come into Cheetah. Cheetah's not really a corner you're going to overtake out, but it doesn't look like it's unpersuading the BMW. as we run behind. Oh, a little bit over the grass. You don't want to be doing that. That's going to dirty your tyres up completely. As he has to slam on the brakes so he doesn't run in the back of Szymanska in the 83 Ferrari as we come onto the main straight now.
Can we breathe yet?
Yeah.
I've been holding my breath.
I needed that breath. But I think I might have to start talking again as Axelin goes up the inside on Szymanska, and at the Ferrari kind of squeezes into the apex as we head into turn 3. Well, he pushes him a bit wide into 3, and yeah, that's Szymanska has held on to the position so far. But this is a battle that's going to rage on.
Defensive masterclass here from Rob in that Ferrari.
Yeah.
He's catching the Porsche up ahead now as well. Of Manders.
It is our freeway as we go into Clubhouse Corner.
Let's not play that game around here.
Okay.
As Rob maybe gets a little bit compromised by that
15-second penalty for the 83 car. I believe that's running in the top 3, if I'm not very much so mistaken.
No, that's Rob Szymanska, the car we're following.
Oh, that's Szymanska. Sorry. Yes, no, I should have read the thing. Yes, sorry, I knew I'd said his name before. I mean, the car number 4.
That's right, gets out the way.
Oh, a little bit of a nudge from the Porsche, and that's pushed Szymanska wide and that's let the 80. No, what am I on about? That's let the BMW of Axel down the inside, and he's made the position. So Szymanska just finds himself where he started the lap.
Indeed it does. Thank you, Van der Veen, for making that innuendo in chat. I tried to silently avoid it. Three-way, anyway. Oh, that's a car facing the wrong way. Who the hell was that?
Oh yes, it's one of the McLarens. It's the number 3 car of Alden Oak. I believe I believe he was running quite well before that as well. Oh dearie me, that is really. Let's have a look, and it's the curb again. The cheetah curb strikes again, and it has spun him to the inside of the circuit. Luckily, didn't make any contact with anyone or anything, so can continue. But those tyres may have some flat spots on them.
Dear Lord, I don't know where to look anymore. It's happening everywhere. Still no change at the top though, is how we left it, with Forsberg now got a 6-second gap.
You've had a bit of understeer, so he went to the inside of the corner, as now we are on board with Forsberg, who is controlling this race so far.
Yeah, death by cheater indeed. It's not a nice way to go, folks. I would not recommend it, as Forsberg is our race leader, 6.5 seconds all the way back.
But now but both of them are now coming up on traffic, which really is a tight circuit, and as I said, not many overtaking opportunities around it, and it's going to be hard to let cars past. So this is really where the dynamic of the race changes. Can Forsberg navigate the traffic efficiently?
We're about to find out. I believe that's the 119 car of Ryan Davies ahead of him in 30th. It is indeed, as they'll be prompted with the blue flag, if not now, definitely earlier on.
And it's probably worth pointing out, only 5 points separate Watson and Forsberg in the championship. So it's really going to be a well-closed Forsberg and Fred Bull Racing in the top of the pro class.
Indeed. Hope Van der Veen, Pulse not on the lead. Hold on a minute, what? That 224 must be rapid. It is. It was rapid in qualifying as well by about 0.3, 0.4 of a second. Yeah, it's just checked out completely as it turns itself into a very expensive lawnmower and cheetah.
I think the Audi is a very quick car around this circuit, and we've seen Forsberg does have the pace. 2 pole positions in a row now. It's currently staying second in the championship, as we have joint championship leaders. So it's a very, very quick team at this Fred Bull Racing.
Yes, indeed. Let's drop back further down the order because
it's the pink Aston Martin. Sorry, I love it.
The pink Aston Martin is back indeed. It is. Yes. As we follow along with Autoglen in 13th, trying to make a move on the very pinked up Aston Martin. I want to make a reference to a certain film that's been out recently, but I don't.
And to put it by its proper name, the Haram Racing Team Aston Martin.
Let's have a look at the Haram Racing. I must admit, I very much had other names to that car. But yeah, it's definitely something. You can't miss it.
And currently running third in our silver category, so a very good weekend in Kyalami for them. Can they hold on with just over an hour to go?
They do have a 5-second penalty there that will hinder them at the pit stops very slightly.
Oh yes, that will. But I mean, could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Could have been better, but very much could have been worse. As this is just a nice little three-way battle. Autogren, Bloomquist and Reza up ahead of them. Keep an eye on that. Everyone now has really found their gaps, really. There's only a couple of odd battles here and there that are worth noting, of which one of them is the Haribo of Daniel Tomlinson catching Ben P.
I mean, compared to Owen Park, it's been a lot less havoc, I'd say, so far. Maybe just a little bit less, but yeah, it's been quite a bit smoother running at the moment. But I think this is maybe a longer circuit, so maybe there's just more space for everyone around the circuit. It's all a bit of understeer for the McLaren. He runs across the grass. Lovely saved as he got a bit twitchy there on the grass. Could have gone either way, but held on. Tomlinson, very well done in the Haribo Racing 77 car.
Indeed. Move for Son Angel, though. Gets past the... who's that? Yeah, the Porsche Deutsch hasn't quite updated on your timing screen on the left side of the stream yet, but it will do as they come across the line. But they have made the move, there you go, past Deutsch.
And that does put a car between Deutsch and the class leader. But again, this puts him in this great position that he has a pro car ahead of him. So should theoretically have better pace, which may give Deutsch the overtaking opportunity on Zach Silver in that 21 Audi.
Yellow flag, Dave Zalecki. Oh. Apologies for interrupting.
No, I was just about done anyways. It came right at the right time, and that looks quite a violent off, like he had quite a snap of some sort.
Let's have a gander at a replay, and they're fighting away with... Who's that? That's Van Oom.
Get a number. Van Oom. Oh, so Van Oom coming back through the field. Maybe have not been the cleanest. Has he come across on him? He has, and that's pushed. Oh dear, and that's, I feel that could be a heavy amount of damage. I
think it was Van Oom. I do believe it was. In the car 43, it was.
I mean, Van Oom has he's been running very well. Well, not. He's had a good comeback drive up until this point. Now in 17th position, I believe he fell all the way to 30th, so up 13 positions. But yes, really not the cleanest of overtakes, and that may see a penalty coming his way.
Indeed, Jongen looks to be struggling. Holman has made the move on Jongen, and now Shahibi wants a bit of it as well.
Yes. As always going to go for the move into sunset. Maybe a corner, you don't see it very often. The Porsche seems to have, the Ferrari seems to have the momentum around the outside as we come into Clubhouse Bend. And I believe he's going to squeeze the Mercedes to the outside of the circuit, and that has just put Shabby off of the move.
What's happening with that Dutch Endurance Team car? It's dropped a couple of places in a very short amount of time.
Yes. Maybe just out of the rhythm, but he is going quite slowly as the Mercedes now out the S's, coming around the outside for the double apex. The comp maybe on the switchback, so he has the run down the mineshaft hill as the Mercedes is just not there. But look at him, he's so close. There's only just, oh my gosh, it's so close as he goes to the inside. Not really enough room as we come into the crocodiles. Maybe he could make it run around the outside to him. Oh, as they squeeze, maybe a little bit of door banging as he makes contact with his rear, which makes both cars lose a little bit of traction. The Mercedes is right there. You can't make a move into Chia though, as they are banging each other. It's just there's contact everywhere as he goes for the inside now at the final corner, and I think the Ferrari's just going to hold on.
For now, anyway, the Mercedes will potentially get a slipstream from the hole in the air that the Ferrari's going to punch for him as a move up the inside. Ferrari does decide to squeeze a little bit, then rejoins the racing line. And I think he acknowledges the battle might be over, sweeps in, pushes on the
him
apex.
again. And as they come up into turn 2 and 3, this is very hard section to go side by side through. The Mercedes has still got the inside for turn 4, but he's kind of backed out into turn 5 there. And this fighting is only bringing that. Is that a Porsche behind them into the battle as well?
It's Lindblom.
Lindblom,
yes. And indeed has an amazing front row seat to this battle, and he'll be able to capitalise whatever comes of it.
And the question is, how hard does Jürgen really want to defend this battle for the silver second position in class? If he lets these two cars pass, he is still second position in class, but I suppose it's pride at the moment.
Absolutely, and another shout out as well, another follow. Macaroni, thank you, good sir. I'm presuming it's Macaroni. And another one, Jim X has given us a follow. Thank you so much, guys. It's much appreciated. Keep it coming. It's wonderful to have your support. Guys, stop it. You're spoiling me now. Crypto Fishbulb as well has smashed that follow button. Thank you so much, guys. It is much appreciated. We'll stick with this battle though. Shahibi in the middle of Jungen and Lindblom. Can't really get out of it at the minute. We think that Jungen's got some issues, or had some issues potentially with tyres, or is been able to keep the Mercedes behind.
It always seems, I know he's got the slipstream, but it always seems in the faster sections it's where that Ferrari's struggling, and very wide out of turn 1 there, and it just brings the Mercedes straight back into it. As now maybe into turn 5, a lovely switch back from 4 that sets him up for 5. And just didn't have the momentum to carry the speed out the corner.
No, absolutely. Benderama in chat. These ACC guys must be sick of Kyalami by now. Seems half of our recent events have been around here. Yes, potentially. We all love Kyalami though. That's the thing. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Yes. I mean, only evident only by the racing we're seeing at the moment.
Absolutely could not agree more. As Shahibi still... Oh, massive moment from the Dutch Endurance Team driver, Jungle. Goes wide.
Yes. Goes wide. It seems to be struggling with oversteer, that car. Oh, no, not oversteer, understeer. Which, it just seems always through these fast corners, it seems to just really be struggling and going very wide. And then it just loses it an absolutely massive amount of momentum, as now we see a replay of what took place.
Indeed we will. We will jump on board with the Ferrari as he goes through and see what happens. He goes left then right. Oh, it just takes too much curb.
Oh, curb, yeah, and it's just a snap of oversteer. It tries to correct, and that sends him across the gravel on the outside.
Yeah, so he's going to be kicking himself because of that, and I'm sure he'll be quite annoyed with that mistake. But nonetheless, he does keep it straight as a good save, and we now rejoin the Dutch Endurance Team Ferrari with live pictures as he now slowly drops down a little bit more from the back of Lindblom in the Porsche. Oh, right.
Wow.
Shall we go for another battle? It's a pink.
Yes, we can.
It's the pink Aston.
It's Blomqvist in the pink Aston, and it's I think let's just ignore it. Well, no, we can't, because there's a penalty, and it's another 15-second penalty for the 83 car.
Ooh, that's Robson Manskin for Team Reinhardt's Motorsports.
That's the second of the race for them.
Yeah, so that's not going to be great for them when they come and do their pit stop within the next potentially quarter of an hour, 20 minutes. Crypto Fishbowl should be in this race with Sunkai. We had connection issues, such a shame. I did see Sunkai and Crypto Fishbowl did see your previous chats. It's such a shame. Hopefully see you for the next round, but it has been a pleasure to have you on the stream. Thank you for dropping by and saying hi. Bless you guys.
Yes.
Thank you. Hope we've kept you entertained. I know it probably might have been more entertaining if you guys to be racing this, but
we've got a pink Aston Martin on screen. What else could you ask for?
We're spoiling you. A pink Aston Martin, a fully pink Aston. I mean, what else could you want on your Sunday night?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
As Nothing, just nothing, just pink acid mine. I'm just gonna stare at a wall and look at a pink acid mine. Anyway, Autogren trying to go around the outside at the crocodiles. I don't think there's really an opportunity at the cheetah, but maybe into the final corner you could switch to the inside, which he does. Very late move though, not fully alongside.
Ooh.
That's pushed the McLaren wide as he tried to come for the apex of the corner, but couldn't because there was an Audi there. But it seems the McLaren is held on, but now the Audi holding the momentum, now has the slipstream. The McLaren goes to defend to the inside, in the middle of the circuit, Audi to the outside. Maybe on the switchback here for the Audi, and no, it seems like he's going to stay where he is for now, but it is very close.
It is indeed, and he's right on the tail of this, Reynard Rezar in the McLaren. Let's get a funky rear wing view of this battle, as we can see behind him 2 cars filling up his rear view mirror, no doubt.
And it is absolutely maybe a bit too much curb there for the Audi as he kind of falls back coming into the S's, but on the brakes seems to, he's taking much less of the curbs, but then has more of the curb for the right-hander in the S's. But that seems to have opened the gap up for the 690 McLaren of Reza. But then a tight line for the Audi is brought him straight back in, maybe a bit wide from the McLaren.
Getting away with it so far. They come down through the fast. It's almost flat out through that left-hander in dry conditions if you can get the turning right. If you get the turning wrong, you have to slightly left just a little bit, but you can go flat on maybe later race conditions. The Audi goes very wide.
It's probably worth mentioning as well. This car we are following, the 690 car, is the Cuterman Round racing car, and that is currently 4th in our championship standings.
Oh wow!
So quite not really in a position they would want to be, considering they've got a lot of competitors up ahead.
No, absolutely, and yeah, that's definitely interesting. We're going to jump back further down the order though, because the Haribo branded car of Domlinson is looking for a battle with Ben P again. These guys have been at it for the past half hour.
Oh, and there are only millimeters between them.
Indeed, there's a pink car, have a Haribo car, and Heiko van der Veen said he wants a blue car. Well, if a certain blue car does get into a battle, I'll be sure to show it to you guys.
As the McLaren kind of looks to the outside, maybe on the switchback for the clubhouse corner, but that does put him on the outside line. Not the ideal one for here, but then, maybe the switchback again out of clubhouse. No, he holds the outside line, and he stays side by side, so he'll be on the outside for the first part of the S's, but then will crucially have the inside, but he just can't carry the momentum around there, so it stays where he is, and that may put the they may put the Audi behind with a chance of overtaking.
Absolutely. Audi behind though.
Is it
in
this battle? No, it's a lap down.
It's potentially
so really,
a lap down. I'm trying to figure out who it is.
So really, that McLaren does not want to let that Audi past it in this battle.
I'm not sure if that's Zach Silver.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure. Splatoon branded car. It is usually Zach Silver. We do have a yellow flag though. It's Samuel Page.
Yes, Page. Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear. Yes, in 24th position, one of our competitors. Let's have a look at what happened here. Oh, run very wide out the first corner, and the curb completely unsettles the car, and he just completely is guided into the inside barrier.
A smart rejoin nonetheless. I do believe that Audi though that was following the battle of Tomlinson and Ben P is Huren.
Okay.
Potentially making a pit stop and following on the back of this battle. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to try and catch the number as it goes around.
Is it the 21 I can see, or 31?
21 or 31? Let's have a look. It is the 21.
Yes,
and
okay.
It's P26.
That's the Fan Shambles Endurance Expert, so that is Zach Silver and Huren. So they've done a driver swap by the looks of things.
Have indeed, and I believe what's this battle? This battle up ahead is the McLarens of 16th, 17th and 18th. So, yeah, they're technically not in this fight. And the battle up ahead is getting very heated as well.
Yeah, and Silver was a former leader of this class before the driver swap here, so they are really not going to be enjoying getting held up by these two fighting McLarens, as they probably would have wanted a clean bit of track to kind of try and extend their advantage for when the cars behind them pitted.
McLarens are going at it, Tomlinson and Ben P, but that Audi's, it's a lap down, so technically these guys won't be showing blue flags. As one of the one of the McLarens has gone into the pit lane. Oh, Ben P. So that's one car down.
But it's a very awkward here because they're both in entirely different battles, but kind of on similar pace here. So it's very awkward to see. Do they fight? Do they hold position? Does Ren want to get past Tomlinson? Does Tomlinson want to stay ahead of Ren? It's just all sorts of questions.
Absolutely. Max driver time. I don't believe there is a max driver time, but there is just one enforced pit stop with a driver change, I do believe, for this series. But yeah, Dexter Gray confirming that for me. There isn't any, but both drivers just have to race. Indeed, that is correct. As we don't have a battle. That's just Rob Semantica jumping cars who are in the pit lane. So I got excited there, seeing there's a change position. Oh, it's cars pitting. Oh well.
Never mind.
Never mind, say. Let's jump up to the top 10, 11th and 10th. Autoglen and Reza having their own little battles as well.
And has that since we actually know, I was looking at the Yogan 79 Ferrari, but I don't think he's fallen out.
Contact!
Further back in contact with Autoglen and Reza. And that spun Ezra right around. He's had to rejoin on the inside of the circuit. I feel like the Audi wasn't enough alongside there, and the McLaren's just come for the apex, and the Audi has hit the McLaren's right rear.
Well, let's get a replay. Oh, well, that's not gone back far enough. But sadly, to see the full incident, we'll try and get that on a replay properly.
It's a very awkward corner to overtake, because if you want to go for the inside, you have to be right on the right-hand side of the circuit, whereas the racing line is normally right to the left-hand side, so it is quite a kind of late apex. So, yes, very unfortunate for those two.
I do believe Autoglen has been placed back to Reza, but also has handed the place to Andy Thorpe as well. So that is very interesting. To see that happen. 348 and 690 it was. Let's see if we can get a proper replay of that battle. Indeed we will, as they come down the hill. And we're going to go through the left-hander. Let's jump on the rear wing of this. And up the inside goes the Audi, and then doink!
Yeah, just not alongside enough. Just the Audi's bumper just tapping the rear end of the McLaren, just not enough alongside.
Indeed, CPT underscore danger is the same class drivers or Pro-Am teams. There are silver, Pro, silver and Am, and they are signified with the white boxes, the silver boxes and red boxes on your left side of the screen. As
I think I should point out, our leader is in the pit lane of Forsberg.
Indeed, driver change, Nicholas Huben, who now takes control of that Audi, and it goes down the pit lane and will rejoin.
And this is a very interesting circuit for pit lane tactics here, because you really want to get out in clean air so you can kind of carry on carry on the momentum you had before the stop, but it's quite easy to get stuck behind some traffic, which can then slow you down. So you really want to have that clean air as he comes out behind quite close to the pink Aston Martin. So it's going to be interesting to see how he deals with not necessarily traffic, but the car's now up ahead.
Car 78, the stop go has been cleared.
Oh,
for car 78, so getting caught up in the potentially, or maybe getting a drive-through for track limits perhaps, but just seen that pop up on the right hand side of my screen, so something to bear in mind for car 78.
15 seconds for the 343 car, is that? 348
car, that's
48.
Autoglen for the bump and spin potentially before Cheetah.
Oh yes, that is the Bushes racing. Otherwise, I added the racing.
Yeah, just to clarify, CPT Danger, all teams are example Pro, Silver, so you've got Pro, Pro-Am and... Pro, Silver and Am, should I say. That's the three classes. The Pro drivers are signified by the white box in the timing tower. The second class, Silver, is signified by the silver box in the left side, and AMs are the red boxes. So as it stands, Ian Hall is the overall race leader, but is leading the silver class, the net race leader at the minute, and if we take into account for pit stops, is this driver here, Nicholas Huben, who is just taken their pit stop and jumps up to third because people ahead of him are pitting, so he is the net race leader. And the leader for the AMs is Axelen in 12th position, who is currently the leader of the AMs because he's got that little red box next to his name in the timing tower. So I hope that helps, just to give you an insight. But everyone is fighting for the same position. There is no blue flags for classes or anything like that. So a Pro and a Silver and an Am and a Pro, they can all race each other as if they were fighting for the same positions. It's just the way we differentiate the different drivers in different classes, and they have their little splits in the championship as well. As we do see the leader of the AMs coming into the pits, car 88. He's got quite a big gap to his nearest competitor, which is Knowles, down in P19. But Knowles has made his pit stop already, so depending where he is...
what I was going to say is there's not really been... Everyone's kind of pitted within a lap or two of one another, so not really too much differences in strategy here, as I feel like everyone's around where they were before the start of the stops.
Absolutely. Did have a brief yellow flag for Wilbert Van Oosenen. Not entirely sure what happened to him there. We will have a quick look. I have a feeling... Oh, he just went wide of his own accord. Does rejoin safely and does continue, but I believe loses a position. So the other two cars that to pit in the top 10 are now pitting. So Ian Hall and Elvin Bloomquist both pitting. Thorpe is the only car left to pit, I do believe, in the whole race basically. It's the only car not yet to take a pit stop, so he's really extending the stint.
Oh, stop and go for... I didn't see who that was. Did I see a stop and go for...
Car 3, which is the car in last place, sadly. It's a stop and go, so he's still got damage you can't repair. So sadly still got the damage on the car from his last pit stop, but obviously you've got that stop and go and can't do anything else with the stop and go. That's to literally just stop and go.
So it's still going to have to put up with the damage they have gained in this race.
Matt Holman jumping in chat, that was a sweaty stint. Yep, very sweaty, I do imagine, bless you.
Yes.
But good performance nonetheless, bless you, and you've got going again, you're not around what car you are. I did take that, I'm sorry Holman. You have to remind me. Well done to everyone on their first stints. And off to your teammate. Some very good driving. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. There's some good driving up and down the field, really. There's some good battles and cars giving each other room. We do have... Why do we have a slow car? It's just extra the pits, actually. Sander Palou now driving the shooting round racing car of the McLaren as he comes into contact with is that a back marker? Yeah, back marker of Rhinos Motorsports, that is. It gives a flash of lights and frustration as the car 690 makes his way around the Rhinos Motorsports liveried Ferrari.
As there's not really too many battles at the moment, the field seems quite spread out. This is probably one of our closer ones as we come up to Lecombe now, as he goes for the outside, maybe on the switchback, but no, the Audi kind of Aston Martin starts in the apex, and Thorpe going very slowly. Has he had a bit of a mistake coming out of Cheetah?
Yellow flag for Thorpe.
Yes, so that could definitely be a mistake from Thorpe's then. It's been a corner that's caught everyone out today. So definitely no surprises there. I don't know how many positions he's lost. Oh, here we are. Is it the curb? The curb has strikes again as he runs across.
He makes contact with the back marker.
Contact. Oh, he's literally speared, T-boned him straight in the side there. And that's not going to be a healthy Mercedes now. It was running very well. It's in the 7th position still. But now it's about trying to hold on. How much damage has that Mercedes got?
Don't know. Let's see if we
Consensus
can.
Motorsports, to be exact, that Mercedes is.
Let's have a quick look in. Oh, steering looks okay.
It doesn't look too bad. Maybe a little bit to more to the left-hand side, but he looks okay, and it doesn't seem too bad. Has got away very, very lucky with that.
Quite potentially, yes. In the background, though, there is.
Well, he runs maybe a bit wide, but maybe just going for the better line. No, I think he just did maybe a bit out of the corner.
Absolutely. Let's go into Christopher Bonek of T Relentless, after their pit stop is now catching Paul Cumber. Paul Cumber now driving that 348 Audi there. So we'll see if he can make up some news. He wasn't chatting everyone. So definitely racing and chatting with us today, which is absolutely lovely to see. But we'll stick with this battle. There's Bonek now catching up with this battle, and it is a battle with Cumber and the Haribo car up ahead of him, I do believe, is Ben Royal now with that Haribo liveried car.
As we follow them now up into Cheetah, quite close, that Audi is to the Haribo's car, as we are on board with Bonek in the 423 car, going maybe for the inside out of the final corner. It seems to have got a good run there. It's definitely, he's going for the inside out of on the main straight, but it doesn't seem close enough, as the Audi seems to actually closer to the Haribo's car as he darts to the inside. The Haribo's car isn't defending. Oh, actually, no, yes, he is. He's squeezing the Audi to the inside.
Oh, he's round.
And he squeezed him too much, and the Audi has gone round, spinning to the inside of the circuit after their penalty earlier on. That is not going to be good for Cumber, as now he has more positions to make up.
Oh, that's the wrong replay game. We need to see what actually happened instead of the yellow flag caused by him rejoining.
It just seems like the McLaren squeezes him to the inside, maybe a little bit of contact, which sends him around.
I think that was contact on the inside there, sadly. So
only the smallest amounts of contact, but it is a pretty massive loss of time for Cumber.
Is indeed, and this gave the position to Christopher Bonek.
Oh, Bonek across the grass out of the S's there. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, not at all. And they've got a side car up ahead of them. It's Reinhardt Motorsports ahead of Ben Royal, so they'll be showing the blue flags pretty promptly, and indeed they do move out the way. We should go to Bonek Cam. Oh, that was close!
That was very close. Oh my goodness. Oh, the words cannot describe how close they were to coming together there, but luckily they haven't, and we continue with this battle. Bonek, actually, I was going to say may need to be a bit careful, but he's running around, he's in 4th position. He's running in the silver class at the moment, so maybe does need to get a move on to maybe try and catch the 420 car, which is quite far up the road, as Hipovic is in a battle here, trying to defend from 2 McLarens behind him, and it is an absolutely fascinating battle this, as they are all 3 of them fighting for position.
I do believe just Hipovic did make the move inside of Andrew Hearn. And
okay.
And now Hearn in that oNiD Racing branded McLaren has got another McLaren behind him. Oh, that's the Cute Around Racing car of Sander Palou. Now trying to get past him, and then stood on top, catching up as well. And again, another McLaren. There's McLarens everywhere in this round, and
certainly a very popular car. There were around 13 of them entered for this race,
Match it, a massive twitchy moment there. For here. Oh, yellow flag, P9.
Oh, it's the Dutch endurance team.
They might have made a mistake. They might have got away with it because there's a massive gap to him and P10. So what happened to car 31 was showing...
I mean, it has been struggling. We were following it with Jogan, and he did seem to be struggling with a very large amount of understeer. I keep getting it mixed up.
Cheetah strikes again!
Again! It's like a cheetah, isn't it? It's an animal that can catch you out very quickly.
Indeed it can. Sidon Tutt though, now making a move on what's happened to Palou.
Palou
some
falling
time.
quite far back.
Door bagging.
Door bagging, very much so, as Palou now goes to look for the switchback, and maybe right on the outside of turn 4. No, as Tutt has got. Oh no, Tutt has got the move done.
Yes, Tutt's moved up to position against Sander Palou, but Palou looked to be challenging Andy Hearn there for best part of a couple of laps when Habibovic made the move in the Aston.
And the Haram Racing Aston Martin seems to have kind of left the McLarens a bit now after making the move, kind of creating a gap. So he's really out of this battle now, as they're fighting for every inch on the circuit here at Kyalami. With just over 30 minutes to go in this race.
Everything's now really spread out. This is the only real battle that's happening on track so far. There was potentially a battle a bit further down. I think that's now opened up a little bit as well. We'll stick with this battle as Sidon Tutt right on the tail of Hearn here. Down into the braking zone.
On the switchback, possibly can get on the accelerator a bit earlier, but no. Hearn holds on to position in the 666 car. Cheetah is not a corner he can overtake at, but he has got a really good run here, so he can dart to the inside, which he has done. But he's alongside just about. The McLaren squeezes him, just gives him enough room, and it's all gone well. Hearn has held on to the position. Some lovely defensive driving from Hearn there, giving him the McLaren of Tutt just enough space there. As now Tutt will look to the inside into turn 1, and he dives up the inside, but maybe he's got a bit too late on the brakes, and he has, and that's let Hearn go back on the inside as they run side by side into turn 5 there. Oh no, 4 I mean, now into 5, and Hearn holds on to the position as Tutt now on the switchback gets a good run, but a bit of oversteer is going to lose him some momentum. I don't think he's enough alongside to make it work into sunsets. Is he? No, as Hearn holds on, but maybe Tutt now on the switchback can outbrake him and go around the outside at Clubhouse.
There's contact!
And he goes to the inside, contact! And they've just about held it. Great save from both drivers.
And more contact! And hands off!
Palou, oh no, Bonek, what? Oh no, was it Bonek? Yes, no, I'm losing count. It was Hearn, as Hearn saved the car greatly across the grass, but as he rejoined, just kind of running into Palou, who was trying to go between the two cars, rejoining the circuit as we go to our helicopter shot here.
Let's get a replay of what happened there. Hearn defending on the inside, and there's contact between the two cars. They save it there, and then there's another car on the inside, makes contact with Hearn. Hearn goes into the wall.
I mean, the gap just got smaller and smaller for Palou, so he really had nowhere else to put that McLaren. So I think it's just really an unfortunate event for all three drivers there.
Indeed it is, sadly, as Hearn does continue, and Palou and Tutt have now created a gap about 4 seconds ahead of him, sadly, after that incident.
And now that's one of our battles that we were keenly watching, very much separated.
Sadly so, no, it's now a gap.
Actually, well, no, saying that, less than a second between Tutt and Palou.
Even closer is Luke Sherlock and Jermaine Limonia.
As they follow each other. Now the McLarens, as we said, very popular. They seem to be absolutely everywhere. There's a bit of oversteer there, makes the McLaren behind look very twitchy coming out of the corner of Sherlock. And really a car length between them, maybe a car and a half between them now, as we come up to...
apologies, we're going to jump back further down the field though. Gus Peters right on the tail of Marco L. Marco L has just made the move on him. Gus Peters still got a lot of damage.
He needs a hammer going to that bonnet. It seems to just be a little bit open, just a little bit showing the boot of the Mercedes.
Indeed it is. There are now battles happening, and Dexter Craig has just lost out to Ollie Knowles at 18th and 19th, a bit further up from these guys. We'll jump back to this battle happening up ahead with Luke Sherlock and Limonia.
Very close these two McLarens are, and Sherlock may, he seems to have the better line running out there, got the power down a lot more early, so kind of carries a lot of speed onto the straight, which is going to give him a massive opportunity into turn 1 on Limonian. I can't say it, sorry, I apologise for the pronunciation. Sherlock. As we go down the outside from Sherlock, but maybe again a little bit too wide, which will give the other McLaren a good chance here, but no, Sherlock comes back across the front of that McLaren and is held on.
Indeed it does for now, as McLaren versus McLaren, but yeah, that'll be move done for now, I reckon. Christopher Bonek going slowly, lost the position to Ben Royal. What happened to him? 4-2-3 was showing as a yellow flag. It's Cheetah. Oh, that's massive!
Oh, that is big. A massive impact to the rear right-hand side tyre there into the tyre wall. I can only imagine that car must be like a Formula Drift car at the rear end now.
Must be. Looks like he's losing speed. Car's now catching as
it does
Paul
look
Cumber.
very sensitive through the corners. Very, I would even hesitate to say very snappy, as he doesn't look like he's pushing very hard, and cars are just coming at him as he runs very wide. That allows the 348 car of Cumber to come down the inside, and he's now just dropping through the order and is having to try and nurse maybe that McLaren back to the pit lane. But is that our race leader behind who's being held up by the slow McLaren? I believe it is.
Potentially Huben. It is.
It's Huben. So that was not ideal for Huben. He does have quite a big lead, but not really what you want to see in front of you, a slow moving McLaren.
So blue flags will be being waved for the car up ahead of him of Cumber. So, yellow flag for Christopher Bonek.
Oh dear.
Is that a 4-2-3 that went off earlier on? It was. I think he's going slowly again, or perhaps had another.
Well, it didn't look like a fun car to drive. So as we're on board here, very twitchy, maybe a bit too much curb on the 69 car, and everyone running across the grass there, turning in a bit more of a rally cross as he goes up the inside of the pole man, and a little bit of a nudge there, a little bit of contact as the Porsche turns in on the McLaren, who run a little bit wide, as Bonek has now made it back to the pit lane.
Apologies, that was 69 having his own little incident. The instant tracker updated as I tried to click the replay for 423 of Bonek. We'll see if it does it now. There we go. We'll see if he was going slowly. I wonder if he just had another spin or something. No, I think it was just him going slowly that triggered another yellow flag. Very random.
Yes.
But yeah, another little battle there for the Dexter Craig car of 69, and yeah, you definitely put it up the inside of that Porsche, so he might get away with it. But I think he's lost position again to him, has he? Potentially, yeah. Huben has issues with his throttle.
Oh, that's massive. That is very massive. That's our race leader, and I believe they are going for their first race win of the year. Yes, they've not had a win yet this season, so this is a massive drama for our race leader. Can he hold on, or is Dixon going to come back into this?
Well, he is running good times, only about 0.5 or 0.6 of a second from his best. So traffic's not going to help, but we have a bit of insider information from North Sweden chat saying that he has issues with his throttle. Miles Dixon 15 seconds behind.
And you never know, it could either de-progress the throttle issues, or they could just get worse and worse. So it's really, well, it's added a whole bunch of drama to this race that we thought maybe the leader would hold on to.
Well, keep an eye on that, North Swede. Thank you very much for that potential insider information. And we will keep an eye on the gap between second and first, although it is still rather comfortable for Huben at this point. he's still extending. If he has, basically, oh, wow, he's recalibrated it. It's recalibrated itself. Well, that was, it was stuck on 10% throttle, and it's recalibrated itself. I got really excited for a minute.
No, it's still an issue, and it's recalibrated itself. But there's nothing to say that it won't uncalibrate itself in a much worse way. So I think it's still definitely something we need to keep an eye on.
No, it's true. Maybe winding us up. Who knows? Winding us up, you had me sold, I must admit. Let's jump on with Johnny Ashley catching Gus Peters here, the boss man himself, making moves on what will hopefully be for 23rd place. You trying to comms curse, are you? That's what Zach Silver reckons. You're Fred, the other driver. Oh, hello, Fred. Hi.
Hello.
That's groovy. We'll keep an eye on that for sure. As Johnny Ashley still can't make the move past Gus Peters.
He's also said he has no feeling at all. So, interesting.
You say that, and he's extended the gap to 17.5 seconds. So.
He's a man possessed.
He is. No feeling, no problem. Got 99 problems, but having no feeling in my right foot isn't one. Anyway. Dear Lord.
As Ashley goes up the inside of the Mercedes, with the Mercedes on the switchback, but Ashley holds it on the apex of the corner, which stops the Mercedes coming back. But now coming down the mine shaft hill, the Mercedes was kind of looking, but he's stayed behind now. So I think Ashley's held on to that position. In what I might say is a lovely livery.
It is a lovely livery, absolutely. Shame the bonnet's a bit crumpled, but it's a lovely livery. 99 probably put a 10% throttle one. Yeah, that is very true. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. If he does, for whatever reason, lose the gap. I mean, his times compared to Dixon. I mean, Dixon, I think, had traffic last lap, 142.3, Hubin 140.8. So we'll see what their times are when they next come across the line. We'll keep an eye on that. But I have a feeling it's going to be okay.
I'm not sure if we've covered this, but has Tut had a fight? Did we notice Tut had a 5-second penalty in the 55 McLaren?
No, I did not spot that. So that's
BW4E.
It is, and they'll have that. If they don't take another pit stop, that will be applied at the end of the race.
And the car behind it of Palou is only 1.513 seconds back, and then Hearn is just a little bit further out of that penalty range. So Hearn really, maybe if he's hearing this, gets a move on, and you may make a position here.
He's got it as Hubin was having something.
Something.
I don't know.
A naughty word by this.
Battle for 23rd is done. Battle for 23rd is okay. Johnny Ashley's got past, but let's check in with, because that battle's heating up behind him. Greg Prescott and Alex Parkin will now be wanting to try and get past that damaged Mercedes of Gus Peters. As we
is the Aston going to look for the inside at Cheetah? No, just backed out of it, but that's going to lose a lot better. The Porsche is off, which is going to give the Aston Martin the outside line, and I think he's through, and he is. So that's the Aston Martin 27 car up a position after the Porsche runs across the gravel.
Heike van der Veen, you stop it now. I'm not having another three-way. Anyway. God, the things that come out on this stream is absolutely unreal. As Parkin does make the move work, maybe gifted to him in a bow and tie with a bit of Christmas wrapping paper. Bar humbug. It's not Christmas yet. Anyway.
No, we've still got 2 months. Yeah, 2 months.
A little while.
Yeah.
It's better than the AC Mondays VC. Thank you, Zach Silver. I'll take that on board next time we stream AC. Ben Royal and Paul Cumberno having their own battle.
Oh,
Ben Royals
and he's
dropping
run
down, run wide.
Yeah, it seems to be losing quite a bit of momentum here as he loses out to the other McLaren there. Is it that Cray, or is it a car maybe not in the battle with them?
No, it is definitely. Oh, car 4. Who's that in that blue car? I can't quite tell. I don't think.
Did you say it was car 4?
Potentially, it might be 4th place actually.
Oh, 4th place. Sorry.
Quite. Is that 4th place? No, 4th place is a Aston, but the blue flags are being waved for these cars. I just spotted it from the sidewall from one of the 10 marshals, and
oh yes.
So 77. Who in the world is that in that McLaren between him and Cumber? Because 77, the Haribo and the Audi are for position. I'm not entirely sure where this middle McLaren fits it.
Let's see if we can get his number. Oh, it keeps just not showing it in the camera. Oh, he might have run a bit wide there. A little dust thrown up on the circuit as we are following Royale, who runs a bit wide but flicks back end out. Lovely little kind of drift out of the corner as he comes on the straight, but not best maybe for momentum as he comes down the straight.
No. Just trying to figure out who that is. That's annoying me. BOH. Who's BOH? 348 is the car. I think it's 423 potentially, but we won't get caught up.
So that's relentless racing blue. Danny Van Oom was in the car earlier, and I think it's Christopher Bonek now.
Yeah, that's Bonek. That makes sense. But we'll jump just a bit further down the order. Oh, yellow flag. Apologies, Stevie Bain. There's been an incident on the final turn.
Oh yes, there has been. There's a Ferrari off there as well. I'm not sure which one. Yeah, only just saw it going out of shot.
I think that was Rhinos Motorsports Ferrari.
Oh, okay. So
let's have a quick look. Oh, it's Cheetah.
It's Cheetah again. Cheetah. It's a corner that catches even the very best out. And does Ferrari just lose it by itself, or is he already around? Oh no.
Oh, yellow. There was a yellow flag for Nicholas Huben very briefly.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Is the issues that car's experiencing getting worse? As he comes through Cheetah now, he still seems...
Gap is down to...
Yes.
Oh, the gap's gone down to 14 seconds.
It's absolute drama at the head of the field. This would be for their first win of the season, and it's definitely not an ideal time for them with 16 minutes to go in this race as we skip back. Let's see what happened here. Racing with a lot of other cars. I think that's Baloo going up the inside, and he's just stopped. Oh, I think he's trying to sort out his issues. Just maybe a quick alt and delete there to try and solve what's going on. Throttle is dying again. Oh wait, no, that's from Silver. That's a question from Silver. Ignore what I just said.
Oh.
So interesting. Could that have been an alt delete moment there? Maybe just trying to change something around. Quick settings change.
Potentially. Very much potentially. Gaps down.
Oh no, he hit the ignition.
Oh, whoops.
I mean, fair play, fair enough. I mean, quickly sorted, and hasn't lost too much time. I think he's just showing off.
If he's got a 20-second gap like he had, he did it for the content. Yeah, thank you, Zach.
Yeah, something for us to talk about.
We've all done it. We've all been there. We've all done it once in a while. Let's jump further down the order as there is a battle for P8 and P9. Van Oostenen and Ricardo Meeking going at it.
As Van Oostenen defends the inside, Meeking in the Dutch endurance car going to the outside, and he's going to have to switch back. But no, the car is placed well by the Porsche driver Van Oostenen, and that has kept him in the position. But the Ferrari is still very, very close behind, but gets a bit twitchy out of the corner. Maybe the slightest amount of oversteer there, and that's lost him a lot of momentum as we go into sunset. He takes more of the track, though, the Dutch endurance team car, but the gap is staying around the same. But here comes the Ferrari again, just closing in a little bit under the brakes. Ferrari very late on the brakes. Does he make the apex? I think he might have just not, as the Ferrari I mean, the Porsche just runs across the grass, going a bit too wide, as they both take the same amount of curb. Ferrari a bit more of the right-hand curb there, which is giving him maybe a bit more momentum up the hill. Will he go for the move into the corner? No, they're right there. The Porsche is holding on to that apex, trying to make it as wide as possible to stop the Ferrari going through. He takes more of an inside line there than the Ferrari, which the Porsche is now holding on to the position of Van Uttenen.
Indeed, for now, as we will go to the bonnet cover of the Ferrari, might have a look up the inside of Cheetah. No, I don't think that's a good idea.
No, we've seen what that curb has done to people today. You don't want it happening to you, especially when you're running second in class.
No, absolutely.
And that's the big other question. How hard does Mecking want to push this in the Dutch endurance car? Does he? You don't really want to go for it too much, as well. You don't want to lose out when you're running in a podium position in class.
He does.
As he goes to the outside, sorry for interrupting you, as he goes around the outside of turn 1, as he will he hold it for turn 2? No, just kind of running a little bit too wide, which allows Van Uttenen in the 823 Porsche to hold on.
For now, no doubt, but Meeking will be keen to make this move work. He seems to have the confidence to keep it in the overtaking range of the Porsche up ahead of him. So we'll see if he can make an attempt in the next few laps. We do have a battle further down the order though. It is Paul Cumber versus Andrew Hearn. Audi versus McLaren, as they both are within 0.3 of a second of each other. And this will be brewing nail-biting stuff. Thank you, Flux Tales. It definitely is, as we await to see if Paul Cumber can make a move on Andrew Hearn. No, things better for a second.
Kind of very slightly thought about going for the overtaking move there, but kind of just, yeah, as we said, didn't go for it in the end.
Absolutely holds position. Meeking and Van Uttenen still going at it, but apart from that, I'm not seeing any other real battles as of right now. We have had a yellow flag being shown for car 44. I believe they have returned to pits and maybe called it a day. That was James Wood as
on the switchback, maybe into the Crocodiles for the Audi here of Cumber on Hearn, but no, they've held on, and there won't be a move into Cheetah unless Cumber gets a really good run, which I don't think he has got a good enough one of.
No, sadly not. 800's been involved, just pinged up on my. That was 224. No, that was the yellow flag when he stopped on track. Normally, I got excited again for no apparent reason. As Cumber's going to have a look up the inside of Andrew Hearn. They're going to go to the apex. They're giving each other enough space, just about. Is that move done? No, McLaren will keep it on the inside, which will then become the outside.
Maybe on the switch back into turn 5. No,
not quite, sadly. And that's moved done by Cumber, but there is another car with Ben Royal. That's a back marker, I do apologise folks. I thought it was another car approaching Andrew Hearn there for position. That is a back marker, I do believe it is. It's yet again the car 423. Yeah, 423 of Bonek in 27th.
As they come through the S's now, this battle doesn't look like it's anywhere near ending at the moment, as there's only a round car's width between them, as Bonek is kind of joining in, even though he's not really in this battle, as he seems to have the superior pace on the McLaren in the Audi ahead.
Does indeed, and this is now a difficult situation of if Hearn is struggling, the faster car behind him, even though being a lap down, will have
on the switch
right,
back out of the Crocodiles, maybe? No.
It will have the right to try and unlap himself. It's a pick and choose his moments, basically. As I believe there's a Porsche getting out of the way, blue flag to him.
as we now come onto the main straight here, I feel like the McLaren, because of the blue flagged McLaren of Bonek behind, is now kind of falling back from Cumber and is being forced to defend from the blue flagged car, which is definitely quite interesting as Bonek kind of looks to the inside there but not close enough.
Oh,
a bit of a tighter line as the Porsche runs a bit wider.
Yeah, the Porsche behind Bonek, this blue car.
Yeah.
That was a blue flagged car from the two cars up ahead of Bonek, but that Porsche is Greg Prescott P27, who inadvertently gave position to Bonek whilst getting out away for blue flags to the faster cars of Hearn and Parkin. Hearn and Cumber, should I say.
I mean, Bonek has got some good pace, so maybe it's not the worst decision in the world. Now he can focus on his own race and holding on to that P27.
Yeah, absolutely. Parkin is showing as a slow car for some reason. I think he was just getting out of the way of blue flags. Nothing to be alarmed of, folks. Racing Stronger still going relatively strong in 24th. There is contact between him and another car. It's not for position. I believe it's one of the leaders getting it wrong and Parkin having to then take avoiding action. And indeed gets out of the way for another blue flag car. So
and the Racing Stronger's frenemy car is currently running third in the GT. Oh no! I think. Wait, no. Ignore me. Just ignore me.
I'm fifth in the hands at the minute. Is that Parkin?
Yes. Yeah.
As we'll jump back up to Ricardo Meeking. Now catching P8 again, Van Ooselen. These guys are probably going to go at it. It's lost track of time. 7.5 minutes to go.
Not long at all.
Indeed, Houben still going strong, but if he has had throttle issues, we will be sure to see a very dominant victory from him, even with throttle issues, if that's correct.
A joke from Zach Silver in chat. Racing Stronger, still going stronger. Baboom.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. As a Ferrari makes maybe a bit of an optimistic lunge up the inside of Oosinen, but gives them space and backs out to potentially avoid a bit of a bump there.
As unlike this seems like our only actually no, we've got the fight-ish for the lead of the AM class in 16th and 17th, but there is around 4 seconds separating Knowles and Cooper. Then we've got this bit of fight for, I believe, second and third in the silver class between Mecking and Habibovic.
Yeah.
And it's as a bit of a twitchy moment there for Mecking, and that sent him out wide, and that's gonna help Habibovic come for trying to catch up for the second place in class, as that's going to have lost the Dutch endurance team an absolute just mountain of time.
Indeed it has. Where is Habibovic? He's still a big gap behind. That gap is closing to about 20 seconds now, but might have got away with that.
What I was going to say was that's the second Ferrari you've kind of seen have a sudden snap today. They seem like a very snappy car around this Kyalami circuit.
Indeed. Ashley Coupland in the Pulsing Sport P3 briefly showing as a yellow flag of a slow car. We're just going to see.
Very interesting. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, it goes through.
Oh, is it Cheetah? It's the curb again. It's that curb. It's literally someone needs to put one of those slippy floor here signs on it or something, so people don't go near it. It's like it's taken everyone out nearly this race.
Yeah, absolutely. Meeking engaging straight out. It's the murder curb. Yes, the murder curb strikes again. It's alive. It just puts its foot out every time it trips someone up. That's what it does.
Yeah. It's
definitely not everyone driving over it. Drive through for track limits car 55. Well, I thought that was one of the leaders from it.
That's Tut in 11th position.
Oh, he's going wide, and he's going to go into the pit lane to serve it immediately.
I mean, that's the best strategy. Probably came in an ideal spot on the straight for him, but luckily he didn't have to do another lap there.
Do wonder. It was a yellow flag for him.
So that's BW4E.
Let's see what happened. I wonder. Oh, I think that's where he went wide and got the drive-through. Was the curb involved at Cheetah? It was. Oh, yes. In a big way.
Oh, big way. Extremely massive way. Lucky not to go straight into that outside wall of the gravel trap there.
Oh, he's a lucky boy.
Extremely lucky boy.
So he will take his drive-through and we'll wait for him.
It was kind of a bit like Dukes of Hazzard there.
It was. Ever so slightly. As he does rejoin the 14th, sadly. Still has a 5-second penalty to his name, and we'll have to add that on till. Sorry, we'll have to add that on to the end of his race, and that will no doubt. Well, dependent if he can manage to get up to Ben Royal, which is pretty much at 5.4 seconds at the minute, give or take. He might get away with not losing another position.
But he's going to have to push that McLaren for everything it's got with only 3 minutes to go in this race. And the same for Royale in the 77 Haribo car.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing else is really happening now, sadly. Everyone's in their own little space of air. The closest battle we have is Ashley and Johnny Ashley and Marco L in the Porsche.
But if you remember back to Alton Park, we were just commentating nice and relaxedly, and I'm pretty sure there was a battle for like the overall lead in the silver class right at the end. So I mean, it's really, there could be a battle come out of nowhere with only 2 minutes to go in this race. Well, just over.
We'll keep an eye open for sure. We need a tape board for the jumps there. NASCAR! Yeah, well. Got to imagine imagine some people sitting on the other side of the exit of the corner, like scoreboards every time someone hits a curb. 10 points! Style, 10 points! Anyway.
I mean, it's got a bit of sand. So if you make it to the sand, we could do it like an Olympic long jump competition.
I think we just found the next Olympic sport. Car curb jumping.
Yeah.
You've heard it here, folks.
Next oNiD series.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Let's not. Right, Johnny Ashley staying put. There is a battle for Tut and Hearn. So these guys now getting back together again.
But sadly, Tut has that 5-second penalty, so even if he does get past, it's going to be extremely hard to create a 5-second gap to Hearn. And it might be alright for Royal, even though he's kind of dropped 2 seconds, this battle may slow Tut up, so it's going to be an interesting time for Tut to see if he can hold on to 14th position with the slower Hearn car ahead.
Absolutely. I think maybe part of me, if I'm thinking in Andrew's shoes, maybe thinking let's just let him go and keep to him for the 5-second gap for the last lap, which the leader has now started. It had the official call-out leader is on the final lap.
And I'm sure they're glad they're on the final lap after quite a dominant but very stressful race for the Fred Bull Racing team.
Indeed, it has been. A 20-second gap to them and Miles Dixon really has stamped the authority and I dare say has shaken Pulse Sport a little bit there with such a dominant victory, but it might just be the Audi is just so good around here. It's just outweighed the obvious kind of driver performance that Pulse Sport seem to have over the series.
I mean, Fred Bull Racing, they had a second place finish at Catalunya, then at Alton Park. Let me just have a look where they finished there. I will get it for you now. Here we are at Alton Park. They finished again in second position, so they're always the car that comes home in the silver medal position. But today, it is their time to finally, maybe, as they get quite close to that Ferrari, maybe pick up the gold medal as they come through the final couple of corners. There's Crocodiles. And then through Cheetah now.
Avoids the big sausage curb. Only one more braking, one more turn, one more acceleration before we can say congratulations to Nicholas Huben and the Fred Bull Racing team for a win here at Kyalami, round 3. Congratulations.
Very, very deserved after a very, very hard race for them with all sorts of technical issues as we come on board with Dixon here. A very valiant effort from themselves, but are only fast enough to come home in second position. But it will be a Ferrari at the moment, 2-3 with, I believe, both cars, the Pulse SimSport cars. So a decent weekend for the team.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. Stephen Baines made a mistake and lost the place to Martin Thorpe.
And now he's going to be very aggressive as we only come down to the final common corners. Only this sweeping left-hander. Then you have Crocodiles, then Cheetah. So can Stephen Baines make the move? Can he reclaim the 6th position as he kind of goes for a move, but he's not close enough. And he's going to need a good run out of Cheetah here to even have a chance, as we see Greaves in the QRT car come home to take the silver first position at round 3 in Kyalami.
Congratulations.
As now Stephen Baines, Baines looking, he's right there, but he's not close enough. That mistake has cost him 6th position and he comes home in 7th.
Congratulations to Peter Greaves Day for the team of QRT for securing the win there. Beavervik comes in 9th. And they've already seen the checkered. These guys being a lap down have already seen the checkered flag. P15 though is the I say P15. It's not P16, should I say? Nick Cooper for the AM race win. They already saw the checkered flag, being a couple of laps down or so. But that is your winner of the AM class for this evening. What a session. Oh my.
Oh my.
Well, your final finishing order. I was going to say the final finishing order, but
sorry, I had a little bit of a buffer there. What is something gone on just then?
No, we're all good. We did have a little bit. We did have a little bit of a buffer there. But it was just the game having a bit of a panic trying to get back to the stream. We will say congratulations to Hooven, Dixon and Cooper, the top 3 for the pros. Greaves, Meekin and Habibovic, P1, 2 and 3, but 4th, 9th and 10th respectively for your silver class top 3. And then Cooper, Knowles and Hurren was your top 3 for the AMs in 16th, 17th and 20th for the AMs overall.
And
can we breathe now? And breathe.
Yeah.
And breathe, for the love of God.
But a very exciting third 3 of the race. What am I on about? Round 3 of the race. We had an exciting round 2 as well. Let's hope for a very, very exciting round 4 as well.
Absolutely. Next week, same time and same place here on the oNiD Racing Twitch, we will be
at Zandvoort.
Zandvoort. Dutch Endurance Team's home race. I'll be hoping for a good showing there. And we will see how they can do in the is the pro class they're racing. It is pro, isn't it? Yes, it is, Aidan. I just spent 90 minutes commentating on these guys. I would think I would learn by now. But no, of course not. Our Twitch will be back live tomorrow night at around 7:45, maybe 7:50 for the next round of the Classic DTM AC Championship, which is being held at, as he manically tries to check, SimRacing.GP, as he definitely should know when the next race of that is happening. He says, Couplers, Sprint, Masters, Prototype Championship, International Masters, Auburn. Well, there it is. It's the last one in my list, of course it is. Next, tomorrow we'll be at Donington. Of course we're at Donington, my home track. Oh, good old Donington. Still up for grabs whether we're doing the in the full or short circuit though. That has been put up to a vote in the oNiD Discord, so we'll be able to surprise you tomorrow. Until then, guys, it's Aidan.
Oh, just one more thing as well. We've got our RacingStronger.com Intercontinental GT3 Challenge Round 2 tomorrow. I believe the stream starts around 7:45. So make sure to join for that.
That is also very much correct. And that, I don't think that's on Twitch. I believe they're doing that.
Is it on the Racing Stronger channel?
Yeah. So they'll have their own channel. So go show Racing Stronger some love as well, guys. It'll be a pleasure for you to do so. But we'll be back here on oNiD Racing Twitch with a Assetto Corsa tomorrow night. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you guys then. Tom, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Nothing really. I'm just super pumped. Third bit of commentary I've done, and just really fantastic racing.
Superb, guys. Take care. All the best. Have a wonderful week. We'll speak to you soon.